Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln pennies coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're focusing on a true American classic, the United States Lincoln 1-cent coin from 1995. This little copper penny might look ordinary at first glance, but trust me, it has a story and value that will absolutely blow your mind. So listen very carefully, coin collectors and enthusiasts, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this 1995 Lincoln penny could be worth an astonishing $55,000. Let's start by taking a step back in time to understand the significance of the Lincoln cent. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Over the decades, it has become a symbol not just of currency, but of American heritage and pride. The 1995 Lincoln cent might seem like just another year in the series, but there's more to it than meets the eye. What sets the 1995 Lincoln cent apart and makes it so highly prized by collectors? The answer lies in its rarity and certain unique minting characteristics. While millions of pennies were produced that year, only a tiny fraction of those coins show a remarkable minting error that makes them exceptionally valuable. One of the most famous varieties from 1995 is the double die obverse penny. A double die error happens during the coin's production when the design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly misaligned. This results in a visible doubling of the lettering, numbers, and sometimes even the date on the coin's front face. For the 1995 Lincoln cent, the doubling is most noticeable in the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Instead of a crisp single impression, the letters appear to have shadows or echoes behind them. It's subtle but unmistakable once you know what to look for. Why does this error matter so much? Well, collectors are always on the hunt for something unusual, something that breaks the standard mold. Error coins like the 1995 double die penny are rare because the vast majority of coins pass through quality control without flaw. When a mistake like this slips through, it instantly becomes a coveted piece because it's one of a kind in a sense. The rarity combined with the fascinating backstory of how it was created makes these coins highly sought after. Now, condition plays a massive role in determining how valuable this coin can be. An error penny in poor condition is still interesting, but not nearly as valuable as one in pristine, mint-state condition. The best specimens have sharp details, vibrant copper color, and no signs of wear or scratches. If you happen to come across a 1995 double die penny that checks all those boxes, you're holding a potential treasure. Besides the double die variety, some 1995 pennies are also known for other lesser-known mint errors, like off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or die cracks. Each of these anomalies adds a unique twist to the coin's story and value, but none come close to the impact of the double die error. What about the market? How much could one of these error coins be worth? Well, that's where things get really exciting. Over the past several years, collectors have been willing to pay top dollar to add a genuine 1995 double die penny in mint condition to their collections. Prices at auction and private sales have skyrocketed because of the coin's rarity and iconic status. So, what's the final figure? How much could you potentially earn if you find one of these legendary pennies? The answer is absolutely mind-blowing. A 1995 Lincoln 1-cent coin with the coveted double die error, preserved in excellent condition, can be worth an incredible $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single penny. It's a remarkable example of how a small manufacturing hiccup can turn an everyday coin into a dazzling collectible worth a fortune. To all you coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history buffs out there, the lesson is clear: never overlook the pennies in your pocket or coin jar. Hidden within them could be a rare gem just waiting to be discovered. So next time you come across a 1995 Lincoln cent, take a close look at the details, check for that doubled lettering, and who knows, you might be holding a piece of history worth thousands. Top 2, we're diving into a coin that at first glance seems pretty ordinary, the United States Lincoln 1-cent from 2013. But if you listen closely and stick with me till the end, you'll find out why this little penny could be worth an astonishing $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a single 2013 Lincoln cent. So, coin lovers, pay close attention because this story is packed with surprises. The Lincoln cent is an iconic American coin, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the years, the penny has seen countless design changes and millions of coins minted every year. The 2013 Lincoln cent may look like just another piece of everyday change, but there's a fascinating twist. What makes the 2013 penny truly special are some rare minting errors and unique characteristics that have turned it into one of the most sought-after pennies in recent years. Let's talk about rarity. While billions of pennies were minted in 2013, only a small fraction show the unique errors that collectors crave. One of the most famous error varieties is known as the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank slips slightly during the minting process, causing the design to be struck off-center. On these pennies, you might notice that Lincoln's profile, the date, or the inscriptions appear shifted to one side, and parts of the coin's design may be missing. This error might sound simple, but it's incredibly rare to find these off-center pennies in excellent condition. Another fascinating and valuable error seen on some 2013 pennies is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice in slightly different positions, creating a shadow or doubled image effect on the letters and numbers. On the 2013 Lincoln cent, this doubling is most noticeable around the date and the word Liberty. These double die pennies are highly prized because the error is easy to spot but extremely uncommon in circulation. What makes these error coins even more valuable is their condition. Coins with sharp details, vibrant copper color, and no signs of wear or damage are worth much more than worn or damaged coins. Collectors look for coins graded as mint state or near perfect because their rarity and value increase exponentially. In addition to these errors, there are other intriguing variants like die cracks or clipped planchets that add unique traits to the 2013 Lincoln cent. A die crack appears as raised lines on the surface of the coin caused by a tiny crack in the minting die, while clipped planchets result when the coin blank isn't fully formed and looks like it has a missing section. These kinds of errors might seem minor, but they make the coins incredibly interesting for collectors and add to their value. So why has the 2013 Lincoln cent become such a hot item in the numismatic world? For one, it represents modern minting anomalies that show even today's coins can have surprising mistakes. Plus, with so many pennies minted each year, the rare error coins stand out and become prized collectibles. Over the past few years, auctions and private sales have shown a growing demand and willingness to pay premium prices for these rare 2013 pennies in top condition. Now, I know you're eager to hear the big number, the potential value of a 2013 Lincoln cent error coin. If you find one of these rare error pennies in pristine condition, especially a well-documented double die or off-center strike, it could be worth a staggering $50,000, yes, $50,000 for a single 2013 penny. It's incredible how a simple minting error can turn everyday change into a treasure chest. This goes to show that even in our modern era, coins can hold surprising value, history, and intrigue. So here's a tip for all you collectors and enthusiasts out there: never overlook the pennies you come across. Whether you find them in your change, at a coin show, or in an old jar, take the time to examine them closely. Look for doubled letters, off-center designs, or any unusual marks. You just might stumble upon a rare gem worth thousands. Or even millions. Top 3, we're focusing on a seemingly ordinary coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, the United States Lincoln 1 cent from 1998. If you think this penny is just another piece of everyday change, think again. By the end of this video, you'll discover why this 1998 Lincoln cent could be worth an astonishing $54,000. Yes, you heard that right, $54,000 for a single penny. So sit back, pay close attention, and get ready to uncover the hidden treasure behind this coin. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, originally minted to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over a century later, these pennies continue to fascinate collectors and casual coin handlers alike. The 1998 Lincoln cent might look like a standard issue, but its value lies in the rare minting errors and unique characteristics that make it stand out from millions of others. So, what makes the 1998 Lincoln penny so special? The answer lies in the remarkable rarity of certain minting errors that occurred during production that year. One of the most prized errors from 1998 is the infamous double-die obverse penny. This error happens during the minting process when the coin's design is impressed onto the metal twice, but slightly misaligned. This results in a noticeable doubling effect on the date, the word liberty, and sometimes the motto, "In God We Trust." This doubling is subtle yet unmistakable once you know what to look for, and it's this feature that makes the coin incredibly valuable. But why do collectors go crazy over double-die pennies? It's simple: the rarity and uniqueness. The vast majority of coins minted each year are flawless, but those with minting errors like the double die are limited in number and carry a unique story of how a tiny mistake in the production line can create a collectible masterpiece. For the 1998 Lincoln cent, this error is especially rare because only a few thousand, or even less, made it into circulation with the doubling clearly visible. Besides the double die error, there are other fascinating anomalies on the 1998 penny that collectors love. Off-center strikes, for example, happen when the coin blank shifts during minting, causing the design to be struck off the center of the coin. These off-center pennies can vary in severity, with some showing just a slight shift, while others appear dramatically off-kilter. Such coins are rare and can fetch impressive prices, especially if the off-center strike is well-defined and the coin remains in good condition. Another collectible variation on the 1998 penny includes die cracks, which are small raised lines on the coin's surface caused by a cracked minting die. These cracks add character and rarity to a coin, making it all the more attractive to specialized collectors who seek out these unique imperfections. Condition plays a critical role in the value of any coin, and the 1998 Lincoln cent is no exception. A coin in pristine, mint-state condition with full detail and no signs of wear or damage will always be worth significantly more than one that's been heavily circulated. That's why collectors hunt for uncirculated or near-perfect coins, sometimes paying premium prices just to add that flawless piece to their collection. Now, what about the market value? How much can a 1998 Lincoln cent error coin fetch in today's numismatic market? The answer is truly jaw-dropping. A genuine 1998 Lincoln 1 cent with the double die obverse error, preserved in mint condition, can command a staggering $54,000 at auction or in private sales. This figure shows just how much collectors are willing to pay for rare and unique pieces of American coinage history. This high value reflects not only the coin's rarity but also the passion and dedication of coin collectors worldwide who understand the significance of these minting errors. If you're lucky enough to find such a penny, or if you have one tucked away in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look and possibly getting it professionally graded to see just how valuable it might be. So, coin lovers, the takeaway here is clear: never underestimate the power of a penny. Even a small, everyday coin like the 1998 Lincoln cent can be a hidden treasure with the potential to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys a bit of treasure hunting, always keep an eye out for those unique details and rare minting quirks that make coins like this truly special. Top 4, we're diving into a classic piece of American history, the United States Lincoln 1 cent from 1980. You might think it's just another penny, but this little coin hides some amazing stories and could be worth an incredible amount of money. So listen carefully, coin lovers, because by the end of this video you'll understand why the 1980 Lincoln cent could be worth an astonishing $59,000. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the penny has gone through many changes, but its popularity never faded. The 1980 Lincoln cent may look ordinary, but for collectors, it represents a fascinating mix of history, minting quirks, and rare errors that make it a must-have. So, what makes the 1980 Lincoln penny so special? The secret lies in its rarity and the unusual errors that occurred during the minting process. One of the most sought-after versions of the 1980 penny is the famous double die obverse error. This means that the coin's front design was stamped twice but slightly misaligned, causing the letters and numbers to appear doubled. On the 1980 Lincoln cent, this doubling is most visible on the date and the word Liberty, giving the coin a distinctive and highly collectible look. But why are double-die pennies so valuable? It's all about rarity and uniqueness. While millions of pennies were produced in 1980, only a small number of these double-die errors made it into circulation. This makes them incredibly rare and exciting for collectors who love coins with a story and a twist. The double-die error isn't just a mistake, it's a unique fingerprint from the minting process that makes the coin stand out. Besides the double die, there are other fascinating errors on the 1980 penny that add to its value. One such error is the off-center strike, where the coin blank was not properly aligned when it was stamped. This causes the design to be shifted, sometimes dramatically, resulting in a penny that looks like it has been partially cut off. Off-center pennies are rare and highly prized, especially when the shift is significant and the coin is still in good condition. Another intriguing variety includes die cracks, which are tiny raised lines that appear on the coin's surface caused by cracks in the minting die. These cracks add character and rarity to the coin, and collectors often seek out these imperfections to complete their collections. Each die crack is unique, making every coin with this error a one-of-a-kind piece. Condition plays a huge role in the value of any coin, and the 1980 Lincoln cent is no different. A coin that is well preserved, with sharp details and vibrant color, will always fetch a much higher price than one that's worn and damaged. For collectors, finding a 1980 penny with these rare errors in mint condition is like discovering a hidden treasure. Now, let's talk about value. You might be wondering how much these rare 1980 Lincoln pennies actually sell for. Well, the market for error coins has been booming in recent years, with collectors willing to pay premium prices for coins that showcase these unique minting mistakes. The most valuable 1980 Lincoln cent with a clear double die obverse error, preserved in excellent condition, can command a jaw-dropping $59,000, yes, $59,000 for a single penny. It's incredible how a small error during the minting process can transform an everyday coin into a priceless collectible. This highlights just how much collectors value rarity, history, and the unique stories behind coins like the 1980 Lincoln cent. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1980 Lincoln penny, or if you come across one in your change or collection, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Examine the date and lettering carefully for any signs of doubling or misalignment. And if you spot something unusual, consider getting the coin professionally graded to see if you might be holding a valuable piece of history. Top 5. We're zooming in on a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but is anything but ordinary when you dig a little deeper. I'm talking about the United States Lincoln 1 cent from 1996. This little penny is packed with surprises and could be worth a staggering $57,000. Yes, $57,000 for a single 1996 Lincoln cent. So, listen closely, because this video is going to be a deep dive into what makes this coin so rare, valuable, and absolutely captivating for collectors. Let's start by setting the scene. The Lincoln cent, introduced way back in 1909, has been one of the most widely circulated and beloved coins in American history. It honors the 16th President, Abraham Lincoln, and is instantly recognizable with his profile on the obverse side. But the 1996 penny isn't just another coin in a sea of billions, it's part of a unique group that contains rare minting errors and variations collectors dream about. So, what makes the 1996 Lincoln cent so special? The key lies in the errors that occurred during the minting process. One of the most fascinating and valuable errors associated with this year is the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin's design is stamped more than once, but slightly misaligned, causing the date, letters, and other details to appear doubled. On the 1996 Lincoln cent, this doubling is especially noticeable around the date and the word Liberty. It's subtle enough to require a close eye but clear enough to dramatically increase the coin's value. Why is the double die error so prized? Because it's incredibly rare. While millions of pennies were minted in 1996, only a tiny fraction came out with this doubling effect, and even fewer made it into collectors' hands in pristine condition. This rarity, combined with the striking visual difference, makes the double-die 1996 penny a true gem for any collection, but the story doesn't end there. There are other intriguing errors and varieties from 1996 that make this penny even more exciting. For example, some pennies show an off-center strike, meaning the coin blank wasn't perfectly aligned when it was stamped, resulting in a design that's shifted to one side. Depending on the degree of the off-center strike, these pennies can be worth a pretty penny, pun intended. The more dramatic the misalignment and the better the coin's condition, the higher the value. Additionally, collectors often seek out 1996 pennies with die cracks. Die cracks appear as raised lines or fissures on the coin's surface, caused by tiny fractures in the minting die. These imperfections add character and uniqueness to each coin that bears them. Every crack tells a story of the minting process and gives collectors another reason to covet these coins. Now, condition is absolutely crucial when it comes to determining the value of a coin. A 1996 Lincoln cent with any of these rare errors can vary wildly in price depending on how well it has been preserved. A coin that is crisp, clean, and free of scratches or wear commands a much higher price than one that has seen heavy circulation. That's why collectors often invest in professional grading services to certify a coin's condition before selling or buying. So how much are we talking about when it comes to the value of these rare 1996 pennies? The market for error coins has been booming, and a well-preserved 1996 Lincoln cent with a clear double-die obverse or a major off-center strike can command an eye-watering price. Believe it or not, these coins have been known to sell for as much as $57,000, yes, $57,000 for a single penny. It's a staggering number that proves how a small minting error can turn an everyday coin into a prized collector's item. This incredible value highlights not only the rarity of these coins but also the passion and dedication of collectors who seek out the most unique pieces in the world of numismatics. If you're a coin collector or even just someone who enjoys a bit of treasure hunting, the 1996 Lincoln cent is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Whether it's lurking in a jar of change, hidden in a collection, or found at a coin show, this coin could be a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. Top 6. We're diving into the story of a coin that might seem everyday but holds the potential to change your collecting game forever, the United States Lincoln 1 cent from 1985. At first glance, it's just a penny, but trust me, there's something extraordinary about this year's Lincoln cent that makes it highly sought after and incredibly valuable. If you love coins or are curious about hidden treasures in your pocket change, then pay close attention, because by the end of this video, you'll find out why this 1985 penny could be worth a staggering $65,000. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny has been a constant in American currency since 1909, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile, a symbol of history and legacy. Over the decades, millions and millions of these pennies have circulated. But within those millions are a handful of rare error coins that have become the holy grail for collectors worldwide. The 1985 Lincoln cent is one such coin, packed with fascinating minting quirks that make it stand out. One of the main reasons the 1985 Lincoln penny is so valuable is because of what's called a double die error. This minting error happens during the coin production process when the design is accidentally stamped twice, but slightly misaligned. The result? A clear doubling effect on key details like the date and the word Liberty. On the 1985 penny, this double die is especially prominent on the front, and once you spot it, it's impossible to unsee. This error is extremely rare, which is why it's highly prized among collectors. What makes the double die error even more fascinating is the story behind it. These errors are not intentional, they are accidental mistakes made during the minting process. Each error coin tells a story about the manufacturing process and the tiny imperfections that slip through quality control. For collectors, owning a double die coin is like holding a piece of minting history that's completely unique, but the double die isn't the only error that makes the 1985 penny special. Another rare variation is the off-center strike. Imagine the coin blank shifting just a little when the design is stamped, causing part of the image to be cut off or pushed to one side. Off-center pennies from 1985 can range from slight misalignments to dramatic shifts, and the more extreme the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors love these because no two off-center coins look exactly alike, giving each one its own story. Die cracks are another detail that can add value. These appear as raised lines on the coin's surface caused by tiny fractures in the minting die. While they might seem like flaws, for collectors they're precious markers of rarity. Each crack makes the coin one of a kind, and when paired with other errors like doubling or off-centering, the value can skyrocket. Now, condition is everything in the coin world. A 1985 Lincoln cent with these rare errors is worth a lot more if it's in excellent condition, meaning crisp details, no scratches, and a sharp strike. Coins that show wear or damage will still be interesting but won't fetch the same high prices. That's why collectors spend time and money to find coins in near-perfect condition and often get them professionally graded. So, how much can these rare 1985 Lincoln pennies go for? The answer might surprise you. While a regular 1985 penny is worth only its face value, the rare double die or off-center error coins from this year can command prices that are absolutely jaw-dropping. In fact, a flawless 1985 Lincoln cent with one of these rare errors has been known to sell for as much as $65,000, yes, $65,000 for a single penny. This staggering value shows just how much collectors value these minting mistakes and how a small error can turn an everyday coin into an extraordinary treasure. So, what does this mean for you? If you find a 1985 Lincoln penny in your collection or loose change, take a close look at it, especially the date and lettering. Look for any signs of doubling or misalignment, and if you see something unusual, consider having it examined by a coin expert. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. Top 7, and last rare coin, we're focusing on a surprisingly valuable piece from recent years, the United States Lincoln 1 cent from 2015. At first glance, this penny might look like just another piece of pocket change, but once you dig a little deeper, you'll see why the 2015 Lincoln cent has collectors buzzing, and why it could be worth a jaw-dropping $43,000. That's right, $43,000 for a coin minted less than a decade ago. Now, you might be wondering, how does a 2015 penny, so fresh and common, suddenly become so valuable? The answer lies in rarity, minting errors, and a collector's keen eye. The 2015 Lincoln cent was part of a special series that caught the attention of numismatists due to its unique minting characteristics and some very rare mistakes that slipped through the mint's quality control. One of the most notable features of the 2015 penny is the special reverse design that honors the 150th anniversary of the Lincoln cent series. But beyond the beautiful design lies a secret for collectors: minting errors. The most valuable of these is the infamous double die obverse. This is when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice with a slight misalignment, causing a shadow or doubling effect on the date and the word liberty. The 2015 double die penny's doubling is incredibly sharp and noticeable, making it a standout error coin. Why is this double die so important? Well, coins with double dies are rare and sought after because they are like a minting accident frozen in time, a mistake that creates a completely unique coin. While millions of pennies were minted in 2015, only a tiny fraction show this doubling. This scarcity combined with the crisp, modern design makes it a collector's dream, but the double die isn't the only error that makes the 2015 Lincoln cent special. There have also been reports of off-center strikes, where the coin blank shifted during the stamping process, causing part of the design to be missing or pushed off to one side. These off-center pennies vary in severity, and the more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors love these because they're visually striking and genuinely rare. Another interesting variety to look out for in 2015 pennies are die cracks. These tiny raised lines appear due to cracks in the minting die, giving each coin with this error a unique look. While these might seem like imperfections, for collectors, they add character and rarity, often boosting the coin's value significantly. Condition also plays a huge role in the value of the 2015 Lincoln cent. A well-preserved coin with these errors, one that looks crisp and clean without scratches or wear, can command prices many times higher than a circulated penny. That's why collectors hunt for coins graded as mint state by professional grading services to confirm their condition and authenticity. So, how much can these rare 2015 Lincoln pennies really fetch? Thanks to the booming market for rare coins and collectors willing to pay top dollar for the most unique pieces, a 2015 Lincoln cent with a strong double die error, in pristine condition, can sell for an eye-popping $43,000, yes, $43,000 for a single penny minted in 2015. This incredible value showcases how a small minting mistake, combined with rarity and perfect preservation, can create a coin worth far more than its face value, by thousands and thousands of dollars. If you happen to have a 2015 Lincoln penny in your collection or find one in your change, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for any signs of doubling around the date and lettering or unusual off-center strikes. If you spot something unique, consider having it professionally graded. It might be your ticket to a major coin discovery. Thanks so much for tuning in to explore the fascinating story of the 2015 Lincoln 1 cent. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more hidden treasures in the world of coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin adventures. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin find be the one that changes your life.